Hey there, everybody. Thanks for joining us. We are Informed and Confused. I'm Ben.
I'm Alan.
And we are continuing our ReZero watch through with episode 7 today. First of all, before we get started, I know we've been a little lax in getting these up regularly.
Holidays.
Excuse us. Holidays.
Holiday stuff, yeah.
Real life. It all gets in the way.
The good news is, assuming we have done things correctly, which
is
a
questionable with us.
A little bit of a big ask to assume at this point, but assuming we are, this should be coming out the day after we record, or a couple days after we actually record it. So we are actually caught up. No more old videos that you guys can't comment on because they were recorded a month ago. So
that said, did want to thank all you guys for commenting. We're really bad about replying. Sorry.
Yeah,
but we do read them, and we do appreciate hearing from you guys. And some really good information in those. And don't worry, guys, you are being really good. You haven't spoiled anything for us yet.
Mm-hmm. All right, so last episode. We fought off the demon dogs.
The biggest deal with the last episode was the demon clan lore dump. I mean, that was the entire second half of the episode because, as you remember, we're watching these on the special HBO version that does 2 episodes per. Someone in the comments called it essentially the director's cut, and I'm cool with calling it that.
That works. But, yeah, that happened.
We think Subaru finally got out of this loop.
Yeah,
we think he's finally survived this particular loop. So on to the next one.
Yep. He got his date.
Yep, he finally got his date. I'm really hoping that we're gonna see Reinhardt and Felt again soon. We've had an entire arc without them. Now I want to know what's been going on.
Yeah, and then we had that interesting thing between. I believe it was Rom and
Roswell.
And Roswell.
Yep, Lord Roswell. That weird demisexuality creeper thing at the end where she's like cuddled on his lap and he's getting all fingery with her.
Well, he's clearly giving her some sort of healing or something like that. Some sort of healing treatment that she's getting regularly.
They talk about during the lore dump, part of the deal with the horns was absorbing magical energy from the air around and it helping to support them. So I'm guessing because she has the broken horn,
she can't do that well.
He's essentially
giving
breastfeeding her.
I was going to go with transfusion. That's okay. I don't know why your mind went there, but okay.
But, no, it most certainly isn't sexy the way it's depicted. It's just kind of weird and awkward.
Yeah. But he also apparently has I don't know if this is a giant surprise, has some sort of ulterior motive. He wants to destroy the dragon.
He wants to kill the dragon. Is the folklore god of this country.
The royal dragon that doesn't know what to do about the fact that the royal family's dead. So that's kind of where we are with that. All right, now this episode just says for episode 7, Memory Snow. Usually there's 2 titles. So I'm wondering.
Could be one is Memory, the next one is Snow. Could just be a 2-parter that is now a single part because they're
given the word together. Memory is there, I'm half wondering if this is a recap episode.
Could be a little odd to do this
a little early
quick in the season.
Yeah. I'm hoping
normally they save that for like a season 2 intro or something hey, this is what you should have remembered.
Right. Well,
that kind of thing.
Anyways, let's thank you. No, we're good. I just forgot to hit the button.
Alrighty.
All right, let's get hooked up here.
Audio tools to on.
All right, let's go.
Scouting out a course for my date with me.
Nice.
Look, it's Subaru. Hey, what are you doing?
God.
And why are you dressed up like that?
Because he's a Popinjay.
Just when we think we can start taking the guy seriously.
No.
Just 3 seconds into my mission.
What's the mission anyway? What does top secret mean? Think I just made my
Can't you see I'm busy right now? Go away! You better better not butt in during the actual date, you hear me?
So what's a date? I've never heard of that before.
A date
And
is
now
a
he's gonna
secret,
try and
awesome
birds
time
and
of
bees solve
pleasurable
kids.
embarrassment for two people who are in love.
What's pleasurable and embarrassing? Oh, we got a whole secret too,
You'll learn in
know.
about
Yeah,
5,
that
6
way.
years,
Hey,
kids.
now hang on a second, all right? By giving me a hand here, Petra.
Come on, Subaru.
Wait, why are you making that face?
Totally just May before she left on her Pokemon journey.
This is bizarre. Just look at this flower, Rom. What could have happened? They just bloomed recently.
Oh my, what's all this?
Master Roswell,
With the royal selection now upon us, this timing is most unfortunate. It appears that something quite troubling has found its way here.
huh?
That's not good.
Yeah, no.
It was just a dream.
Is something the matter, Subaru?
I'm fine, thank you, Rem. Hang on a minute, what are you doing
Touch
in
the
my
bow
room?
wow.
I have some time before my work begins, so I was just gazing at your face. It's to help get my spirits up.
Okay,
That mean
we are now
exactly?
officially in a love triangle.
Anyway, what were
It's
you
official.
dreaming about?
It's the
Quadrangle?
sort of thing that would become real if I were to tell you. So just forget it.
You remember at the con, I was wondering why there would seem to be more
kinda
figures of
chilly
Rem
today,
than
huh?
Rom.
It
Yeah.
is,
I think we know why
This
now.
morning does
Oh,
seem
yeah.
unusually
Yeah.
brisk. How very perceptive of you, Subaru.
Anyone could tell that it's cold right now.
Just look at all the dust that you missed. Now try again. You truly are useless, Barusu.
Listen, I know you didn't like being dragged out of bed, but how long are you planning on holding a grudge? Stop being mad already. Huh? Rom, look. I think I found a
Secret door!
Do you have any idea what's in there?
Not at all.
And I thought Amelia was the half-elf.
What if a swarm of bugs flies out the moment it opens? You should wait until I've left the room and lock the door.
And why would you need to lock it? It's too late for that right now.
Ooh,
Oh,
booze. Secret
This
booze.
looks like quite a collection. So is all of it alcohol?
Come to think of it, I've heard stories about Master Roswell's grandmother being a rather heavy drinker. I would bet they've been down here for a
Little
while.
Ooh,
booze
well
stash.
aged.
Roz's
Yeah.
granny was around. It's hard to even picture that. But if this stuff really is that old, then it's gotta be worth a fortune by now, right?
I know you struggle with everything, but you mustn't drink them without permission, Barusu.
I wasn't gonna.
So what are you both doing in here, huh? I was warning Barusu that no matter how painful his life is, alcohol is never the answer. Oh, really? Subaru, if you were suffering that much,
Timing!
you should have told me.
No, you've got it all wrong. I'm not drinking away my problems. In fact, I'm still underage, so I'm too young to do that anyway. I still have a hard time getting on adult websites.
Oh, God.
Strange. I don't think I've ever heard of one of those before. But anyway, here in
Good.
America, the legal
Good.
drinking age is 15 years old.
What?
Incidentally, if getting on these adult websites is something that's important to you, I'll do what I can to help you as much as possible.
You're the sweetest EMA. Amelia, major
Oh,
angel.
God.
But an angel like you shouldn't be saying stuff like that. By the way, Mealy, do you like drinking? A tipsy version of you would be adorable.
Oh, God.
Sorry, I'm not quite sure what you're saying.
That's
but if
not
it's
the
about
way to go,
alcohol, I've never had
Subaru.
it before.
That's too bad. With drinks, our date tomorrow would be more like the kind adults go on. A glass or two, some flour. Whoops. Don't want to spoil the surprise now, do
I love the look on Rem's face,
That's
man.
right. Tomorrow's our date, isn't it?
You're acting kind of weird.
Well, I have some things I need to take care of. They came up really suddenly. Bye. The things she needs to do are simply trivial matters, and not even worth mentioning. So in other words, you mean even less to her than those, Barusu.
No!
I
It's
suppose
more
that's
like you know
one
she's
way to
probably
read
so
that.
excited about our date that she's feeling all flustered now and can't... Canteen, check. Bread basket, check. Date schedule, check. Handkerchief, check. Lucky boxers,
God.
check. And... got the alarm all set. Perfect.
I kind of wonder how he's recharging that.
He can't.
Right?
Yeah.
No use.
Like,
I
this
can't
isn't a
sleep.
world with
Right, in that
electricity
case-
the
Oh,
way...
you know how he's recharging it?
There's one
Time keeps resetting. That's how the hell he recharges the damn thing.
It's time for me to innovate, take things in a new direction.
One Roswell.
Oh my God.
2 Roswells. 3 Roswells.
Considering the
4
second loop where he and Roswell end up naked in the bath together, that's a
How's our
rather
date even gonna have a chance
interesting
if
way
it's
to
still
fall
this
asleep.
cold outside. I'm really hoping the flower field that Petra and the other kids showed me hasn't died already.
No. The weather will be nice tomorrow.
Guessing it'll be worse.
It'll be fine. I've gotta believe
I think
that.
it's Amelia who's like causing it. I feel like she's connected to it somehow.
She at least seems to know something about the
Yeah.
temperature shift.
Yeah. Because wasn't it her window that got all iced
Okay,
over?
that's creepy. Yes.
The Roswell.
Little Roswell
The
cherubim.
Roswells. Yeah.
It's freezing! We'll die in this!
Worst happened.
It's not like we're on some snowy mountaintop.
Or are you?
Wait a minute! Maybe that's what this is!
What is?
We get trapped in a blizzard and take shelter in a hut where we keep each other warm with our body heat! A pleasurably embarrassing situation!
Right, I understand. You can count on me to keep you warm.
I got the story's characters mixed up.
No, she knows
But still,
what characters
it's not
she
like
wants
a
to be
blizzard would hit
involved.
so suddenly. Besides, there's no way it's gonna get that cold. It just made a crunching sound.
Yes, it would seem that some of the water in the bucket is frozen.
Do you know more than you're letting on?
And
it's
if
General
Amelia's
Winter
somehow
causing this, let's go
connected
defeat
to
him!
it.
Like as soon as possible! Help me out, Sensei!
Do you have a
I
rather
like his
difficult time
imagery of
handling
winter
the cold
being
weather,
a
then?
I complain when it gets cold in the winter,
Hold
on.
and in the summer
Hold
when
on.
it gets too hot. Also,
Remind
when I'm
me,
sleepy in
after we
spring,
watch this,
and
I
when
gotta go back to
matsutake
the image.
mushrooms are expensive in the fall. Like any other ordinary person, you know?
I don't always time with it right now, but I have suspicions.
Curious about the outside?
Well, yeah, of course I am. If it's snowing, I'm worried about the village fields and how they'll clear it all away.
You are indeed quite convivial with the villagers, especially the little children, aren't you?
Just by chance, though. I don't actually like kids very much. As far as I'm concerned, they're too selfish and impulsive. But they like me, so I don't have much choice.
Pot kettle.
Right. I believe
Can we talk
this
about
is
your
what you
hue?
call tsundere.
Sniffle! Oh, my nose is killing me! Sniffle, sniffle! Oh man, this sucks!
Don't worry, I'll be right here to take care of all your sniffles for you.
Does he mean...
It certainly isn't my sister and me.
It's Amelia.
I guess that narrows it
Amelia
down
and
then,
Beatrice.
doesn't it?
Or
That it
Roswell
does.
and Beatrice.
So when it comes to what's causing all of this, it would seem you don't need further explanation.
I'm pretty sure it's Amelia at this point.
Miss
Yeah.
Amelia, forgive me for the early disturbance. Do you have a moment to spare?
Do we think Roswell is 100% human?
I have my
Go
suspicions,
ahead
But
then.
they haven't said
but
anything one way or
they
the other.
haven't said one way or the other, and he does have humanoid ears.
Because we know the twins aren't. We know
What the hell?
Beatrice
It's
isn't.
freezing!
And Amelia's half
Amelia's
elf.
only half.
Yeah, she's half elf.
All right, then. That would be Mealy's suggestion. But does the mansion's owner have anything else to say?
You may enter if you wish.
Hey, Roswell!
Now, what's the cause of this intense weather?
Cause? Well, what do you mean by cause? It's not like it's a... I mean, it's not... Well, not quite that. I don't know.
It's okay, Leah. At this point, I don't think it'd be possible for us to hide this anyway.
Puck, you aren't any help at all. And right when I almost had him convinced.
Yeah, another 100 years wouldn't have gotten you closer to that.
I'm really sorry, because I'm the one who's causing the
Oh, it's
trouble.
Puck.
Don't be upset with Leah or Betty, okay?
Interesting.
I don't know why I
I
didn't
mean,
even
after
figure it would
all,
be Puck.
those two have just been
It didn't
trying
even-
to look out
it
for
didn't
me.
even cross my mind.
The magic release period is the phenomenon that occurs in those with powerful magic. The strength of one's magic is affected by the nature of their ode, and that makes it highly restrictive.
When you say ode, do you mean something different from magic and gates and all that other stuff?
I question your common sense if you don't even know that
Using
much.
ode.
You're as simple-minded as they come, Barusu.
Man, you're even more demeaning than usual today. Can't handle the cold, huh?
Weaknesses and strengths. Either way, it's all quite subjective. And I refuse to look at the world in such a
That's a
narrow
very
manner.
large coat.
Don't say
Yeah.
things to make you feel
She's
better
definitely
about
being
yourself.
affected by the
Just
cold.
die.
I'm pretty sure
That
it's
escalated
because of the lack
quickly.
of porn.
We'll never get anywhere if we leave the explanation up to you two, I suppose.
And when one's ode reaches its limit, the accumulated magic overflows from it. So it must be released before that happens.
Being full and wanting to get rid of what's inside before exploding? Oh, like constipation.
Choose better words, I suppose!
Think I got it. So this entire thing is just the result of Puck letting out some excess mana.
Yes, that's exactly right.
That's it! There's no need for the rest of us to stay inside the mansion! Meiko's keeping the cold contained with her barrier, so if we can just stay outside until this whole thing blows over...
Impressive as always, Subaru. You have all my respect.
Not an
This
idiot
time of year, the
idea.
weather's mild, so we...
And it's raining.
Except for the weather.
Doesn't seem like it'll be letting up soon, I suppose.
Come on! Use the magic stones of fire we have to boil the water in the big bath! Then...
Everybody get naked and take
the
a bath.
next 2 days, we'll... stay in a hot spring! What do you say?
Impressive as always, Subaru. You have all my respect. Unfortunately, we can't do that.
What? Why?
Oh.
Is all of this mayonnaise?
Yes, I've been making this for you since I know how very fond of you are. Remember last time?
Oh.
Oh, God.
I didn't make as much as you wanted, and you ended up getting pretty angry with me.
Oh,
So this time I used the big bath. If you wish to praise me now, I won't mind.
How could you be that
A
stupid?
for effort.
Oh no, you're right. The mayonnaise is frozen.
But no.
Not that!
Don't worry not, Subaru. We can boil it into a nice warm mayonnaise bath.
If you do that, you're gonna earn the wrath of every male lover in the world!
Oh, God.
Instead of releasing magic slowly over the next 2 days, can't you just unleash it in one massive
And turn
blast
everyone
and be
into
done
an
with
ice
it?
crystal.
In that case, does it mean you plan on giving me the permission to destroy everything and everyone living in this world?
That would be no.
I was just
So
kidding.
anyway, does this magic release thing only happen to spirits, or do you and Beiko go through it too?
In my case, I use my magic on a daily basis, which keeps it well regulated. My duties require that, after all.
I maintain the Forbidden Library and use my door crossing, I suppose. Oh, right. And recently, smacking away a certain noisy human has been helping also.
Yeah, very cute. So, what about the two of you then? Don't you have a have a magic release period too?
Only certain people with really
Sorry,
powerful
Subaru,
magic
this
have
isn't
them.
Pon
For
Far.
most, it's something that isn't necessary. I'm not a particularly strong magic user either, so I've also never had to have one.
You just came right at me without warning. I couldn't believe it.
Indeed, we spent a full day and night clashing in earnest.
So, what exactly happened there, Mealy?
Afterwards, I heard they had to redraw the maps for that
Oh,
area.
God.
Nope, don't
Yeah,
like that.
high-level
Operation Pitting friends
mages
against each other is hereby rejected.
tend to cause a lot of
Give me
collateral
that. No
damage.
changing the geography by fighting. Apologize to Ino Tarataka.
I am so sorry, Mr. Tatataka. Was that okay?
Subaru, did you just come up with another strange idea? Impressive as always, Subaru. You have all my respect.
Oh.
Listen, you guys are jumping the gun
Rem's
here, and
turned
that's too
into
much
a
respect.
fawning.
But yeah,
First time it was
I do
cute.
have an idea.
Then it
A
was
way to get
funny.
through all this
Now it's just
peacefully.
sad.
We
Yeah.
can even turn this magic release period into something we can
I'm
actually
hoping
enjoy.
she gets over this soon.
So what is it you're planning exactly?
Back in my homeland, Hokkaido, though I do use homeland in a very broad sense here, we had an amazing festival. Since Puck's got mana to burn, we might as well put it to good use. We'll call it the Roswell Mansion's first wild and crazy Snow Festival!
Impressive as always, Subaru. Oh, wild and crazy snow festival, huh?
Isn't it? The rules are simple. Each of you will try to build the
I mean,
most
I
unique
guess
and
they
imaginative
could
snow
use,
sculpture. And
Den
of course, we have
of,
a fantastic
Scum and
prize for the
Villainy.
winner, too.
Will we get to go to New York?
I'm sorry, but that'd be impossible. Don't you worry, though, because I promise it's a prize that's just as amazing as a trip out there. Okay, everyone, do your best, all right? Anyway, Beiko, don't you want to come join in on the fun? There's no need to be shy.
And just who is being shy,
I
I
am
suppose?
liking her more
I'm
and
very
more,
busy
though.
right now. Shoo, shoo.
Come on, don't be like that. Everyone should play outside now and then. Especially when it comes to children.
I mean, her and Roswell are the two characters who've gotten the least out
Yeah.
thus far.
Subaru!
We'll give it a tail and wings, and missiles, a transformation ability, a cockpit, and caterpillar tracks.
Wait a minute! Just hold on!
How's that?
White
The
face?
flying assault form, the ultra firepower weapon, Bun E of Snow. Well, I guess Petra's more into real robots than super ones.
Actually, I was kind of hoping you'd do that too.
Bubby? Oh, Beatrice. Bubby insisted I do this, I suppose. So I'll be joining you for a little bit. You should be grateful, I suppose. Just know I don't plan to lose.
I figured if they knew who the judges were, some people might resort to bribery or making under-the-table deals to make sure they win.
Do you think someone would go that far to nab the prize you're offering?
Totally.
a lot of
It's a
Assassin's
top-tier,
Creed
gorgeous,
lately.
one-of-a-kind item, and I'll be presenting it myself.
Oh, wow.
God, what is
this
it gonna
wasn't even
be?
your problem in the first place. You're really generous, aren't you?
Other than you, it's Mealy who's dealing with the most, right? So of course I'm helping out.
My sister and I have constructed this sculpture together.
I didn't know you two were participating. I thought you were just helping out.
No, Barasu. Our supreme artistic sense must have brought you toward us both instinctually.
But I suppose that means you didn't want to be left out, right?
I so earnestly wished to have a little fun with Rom that I asked her to join me.
Don't you feel at least sorta guilty
Is
for
this the
making your
first
little
time we've seen
sister
them both
beg like
smiling
that?
simultaneously?
I admit
think
her
so.
love gives me quite the superiority
kinda weird.
complex. So go ahead and envy me.
Rom does not smile much.
What is it? Oh, what are you calling your sculpture?
Obviously a
We've
person.
titled it A Statue of the Magnificent Subaru.
Yep.
Well, I can tell where this is going.
My sister wanted the sculpture to be of Master Roswa, but I wanted it to be of you, Subaru. After searching for a compromise, this is the solution we reached.
The only thing you've
magnificent
compromised is my
Subaru.
happiness. Okay, then sorry, but I can only give you 5 points.
Out of 5, right?
Out of 10! Why would that have changed? Maybe the two
He
of
only
you will be
likes half of
discovered
it?
in the future, that's all!
What? No way! That can't be! And you, Master Roswell?
Oh.
4 points?
Universe shattered.
Sends a shiver down my spine.
He only likes half of
I
it.
know our concept wasn't wrong, but the Barasu part of it ruined
give it a
everything.
4. Technically, he
Can't
likes
possibly
less
be
than half
true.
of it.
It makes no sense that a combination of my ideals and yours could ever fail. I'm confident we're simply ahead of our time.
I mean, that is a very artsy thing to say.
Yep. For like an entire town of people, they're all actually fairly talented.
They're all very artistic.
Yeah.
I suppose when you don't have
Like
TV
that.
to
No,
sit
they are
around
not.
in front
We
of all
gotta
day,
make
you
'em
tend to
look
do things
angrier
with your
then.
hands more.
Ah! Kill off! Decapitation!
Yes,
Being decapitated is nothing to make jokes about!
it's exactly a thing to make jokes about.
Funny, let's see how you like it!
Those are supposed to be me, huh?
Though they could be more detailed, I believe the resemblance is striking.
It's kind
That
of
one was
scary to
kinda
think that this
derpy.
is what you see every time you look at me. But maybe it's just too artistically advanced for ordinary people to appreciate.
She's ahead of her time.
Maybe
Yep.
so.
There just seems to be a
Either way,
trend
the
going
slow one
around.
that ended up winning is obviously impressive. I think anybody could see that.
Oh, I love that thing.
Too.
I am pretty curious about the big prize.
Oh, right. From Subaru's homeland. Now, what
Ramen.
was it? I think corn poda?
Corn chips.
Oh. So yummy! I want to try too!
Gave it to the
All
kids.
these snow sculptures. Oh no, don't worry. I'll simply allow myself to gaze upon your sleeping face for a little longer than usual tonight.
Oh.
Huh? Did you just say something creepy?
Creepy to you at all.
He's not completely
Incidentally,
oblivious.
Subaru, how do you feel about drinking alcohol?
I like to
Are
think
you
it's
the type to
basically
turn bright
he's
red
getting
and
the
then
treatment
say,
he's giving
"I don't
Amelia,
want
visiting
to
it
go
back
back
on
home
him, and it's
tonight."
Yeah.
just
In
Or
some
perhaps another
ways, yeah.
reaction similar to that?
Hey, what about you, Mealy?
I can assure you that I'm not 13, and I've never had liquor before, but I'm old enough to drink.
I never doubted it. And if you were 13, I'm pretty sure I'd be considered.
What would make you say something like that?
Well, it's because you're just so darn adorable that it makes me want to commit crimes.
oh
About
god.
the alcohol. Puck says I'm not allowed to
You
have
just
any.
straight up ignored me! Of course I said that. It's because drinking is what bad grown-ups do. If I see any put in front of Leah, I'll guzzle each one and take him down.
What's wrong?
There we go.
You know,
Tipsy Mealy.
really funny face right now. Oh, there's so many of you. It's not fair. They're trying to hug on
Admittedly, it's much more dark and bloody, and people die, and it's horrifying.
Be
This
careful.
has been a very floofy episode.
Yeah, this
Look,
is
you're getting crumbs everywhere.
But that drink was so yummy. Not fair. I kept the secret for so long.
Puke. Headbutt.
Ah, she's just too damn cute!
Super.
Yes, what is it you need, Red? Excuse me, but that hurts. Guess somebody's had one too many.
I think you've all had
No,
too
don't
many.
make fun of me, Subaru, Subaru, Subaru.
You just said my name 3 times, so, what's going on?
I'm usually very serious because my job is so important to me, but since today is all about having fun, I guess I ended up
ReZero
letting my guard
shows
down
you
a little
teenagers
bit.
with alcohol.
Either way, this whole thing is your fault, Subaru.
You're a cat?
oh
And
god.
everything I know about them, I thought demons would hold their alcohol better.
Well, that actually is true for demons as a race. In fact, I often drank alongside the adults when I was smaller.
Think you just admitted to underage drinking like it's a totally
Demon
normal
Clan,
thing to
different
do.
rules.
But I guess you don't seem to be turning red or slurring your words too much.
Now, don't be ridiculous. I have experience.
Okay, that
Guess
was
if
a
there's
bit
anything I've
adorable.
learned at all from tonight. Hey, Mealy.
I want to see
You think you could
Beatrice
keep
drunk.
an eye on Rem for me?
Sure,
I want to
no
see
problem.
that.
Hey, come here.
I'm not
Rem.
sure she would
Okay.
outwardly show anything.
Oh, wow. You're so cute.
I want a picture.
I'm burning it into my eyes.
Oh.
You gonna stand here by yourself the whole time?
Do not treat me like a child, I suppose. In fact, next to Bubby, I'm the oldest one in this mansion.
Whoa, check that out! Mealy and Rem are even more wrapped around each other than
Which
they were.
again
Oh,
raises
Bobby,
questions about
unbelievably
what
rude
exactly
right now, I
she
suppose.
is.
Wait, you've got it all wrong. Those two are getting cozy in a way that would make any guy really happy. And it's not like they've stolen my heart or anything, but damn, I want a camera.
That wasn't persuasive in the slightest, I suppose.
Anyway, while I don't actually know how old you are, based on the way you look, it'd be weird if I handed you liquor. But we can still toast. Cheers. That's the North Star. If you get lost, you can follow it home.
Are they saying
usually
the
lead you
stars
due
are the
north.
same?
That's south. You're backwards, I suppose.
Yeah, all right
Yeah.
then. See that
Are-
M? That group of stars is a constellation
If he's
called
recognizing
Cassiopeia.
constellations, that means it's the same
Well, I
sky.
have no idea what an M is, so it still
That
doesn't
is
look like any shape to
interesting.
me.
What are you doing now, Barusu?
Are you telling
I mean,
secrets?
It could
I'm-
just be seeing shapes in the clouds,
Yeah,
but
I think so.
I was just telling Beatrice about
if
some of the
it
stars
is the
up
same
there.
sky, that is
I
really
doubt it.
interesting.
Well, like, I don't know. I don't know constellations. Does the,
The
constellation
challenge that you've
Cassiopeia
all
even
been
look like an
waiting
M?
for. You'll work together and...
I want to say it's like an M with a tail.
Try
I
your
might be
best to
thinking
find
of a different
Subaru.
one though. I know there is a
So-
common one that looks like that.
Wait! Don't glare at me like that! I think there's a misunderstanding here! I mean, yeah, Subaru is my name, but my folks got it from the constellation, okay?
Goodness, you can't be honest, can you? This is for you. Not having a single drop on a fanciful night such as this would be such a crime.
I'll pass, I suppose.
Staying faithful to him, is that it?
Now, don't get the wrong idea about this. My choice to not drink has nothing to do with that boy's request, I suppose. Long ago, my mother discouraged me from doing so. And that's all. What he says has nothing to do with me, I suppose.
Sure it doesn't.
Yeah, that's exactly why we're getting you watching them in the panning shots. Yeah.
But I'm just wondering if Subaru will still be happy staying by your side until next year rolls around. The wounds on his belly, the one from the witch biting him, all of those scars he's gotten are the indirect results of your actions.
Way to be a downer,
It's
Puck.
not as if you would ever forget that, but it's still important to remember. I really hope we can have another snow festival next year, though. Because having the excess mana to do it again would mean I didn't have to use it on anything big before that. And I can't think of anyone but Subaru who could lead an entire festival.
Right. That is true. Uh-huh. I'm hoping that happens again as well, Puck.
Then the world exploded.
Just a mushroom cloud in the background as they walk into the distance.
And then the show was over.
Let that go.
I'm really hoping that the next episode isn't another fluff bit just following their date. I hope something happens.
Probably not. If anything, I'm worried that, given the normal tone of the show, the fact that we got that much happy
Means we're getting hit with something hard
means
next
that
episode.
next episode they're just gonna gut punch. But
Which would be fun.
I mean, it's consistent with the show.
Yeah.
You know.
There was something that you spotted real early on that you wanted to check out. What was that?
I could. We won't do it necessarily do it on camera, but I could have sworn that the image that was up when it was like the image of the snowy background. There was people and there was like a creature or something in the background. I could have sworn, and maybe Nick might be able to comment. I don't know if you'd recognize it or not, but it looked like a shot from Konosuba when they were hunting the snow sprints.
When they had the Commander Winter or whatever and the fight there, it looked to me like a stylized version of Amelia in a snow bunny outfit.
Well, because the person up front was blonde, seemed to be blonde, and it looked like darkness. But again, it was only a quick flash, which is why I want to go back to it.
You're right. It was yellow blonde, not white blonde.
That's why I want to go back to it, because we only got a quick flash of it.
It could very much be something like that.
I didn't hear the full dialogue either, so I thought maybe he was referencing it, like that was a deep reference, like he was referencing an anime, and that anime is an actual anime from our real world. But I'll take a look. We'll take a look at it once we're done here. But I'm curious. I'm probably wrong.
Definitely something to check out.
But no, but that was the thought I had.
Didn't really get a whole lot of substantial stuff. We did learn a little bit more about magic and the fact that if you don't use it, you gotta expel it.
Yeah, the odd, is that what they called it? OD, odd?
Yeah, odd.
Yeah.
Ode.
The vessel that stores the mana.
Which, as far as I know, is something that Thomas Edison came up with.
What?
Way back in the fucking day. It was one of his...
He
has a few really weird theories that just never panned out, and it had something to do with his argument with Tesla over the alternating current.
Less than 5 seconds.
And there are two methods of electricity, and I'd have to do an entire history search to figure out exactly what my brain is referencing.
I have no idea what you're thinking of. But
I could also be getting something weird from like Atomic Robo comic or something like that, where I'm just remembering a plot point. Who knows? My brain does things.
Yeah. No, but I mean, overall, it was a nice little fluff episode there. You know, it was just a character kind of interaction episode.
We got a real sense of community with the village nearby and all of that. I mean, they'd been playing into it over the last couple of episodes with all the reboots and dealing with the kids and all of that.
I mean,
stuff.
like we said, it's nice to have they had the real intense tone going for a while there. it's nice to have a break, just a tonal break in the story. You know, I'm
especially after the intense lore drop of the Demon Clan and everything else.
I mean, I'm all for dark stuff, but it is nice to have the break, to kind of
the balance,
to be able to breathe for a minute before
Yeah.
Because shows where it's just straight grim dark and just gets darker and darker and darker and darker and darker towards the end.
There's a time for that, and that is something that I do enjoy in anime.
Oh God.
But
dude, I still.
This is not one of those.
You showed me the last episode of Berserk, and then immediately the next thing we watched was the first episode of Goblin Slayer. Like, God. I thought that show was going to be lighthearted. I thought we were going to do a nice fantasy. And then he shows me the first episode of Goblin Slayer. Like, God.
90s Berserk. We have to emphasize, it was
90s Berserk.
Yeah.
God.
Which, from what I understand, because I've watched through the Berserk stuff like once,
it just
but
cuts to black on a rape scene at the end.
Yeah. Well, that's what it was.
The original 90s series was a little worse than the remake.
We watched the show that ended on a rape scene and then immediately moved to a show that started on a rape scene. Like, God damn. Oh, Jesus.
Does this say more about me or the Japanese?
I think you.
Little of both.
I think it says more about you, my friend.
Little of both. But
that
anyways,
said, looks like next episode is mostly going to be at least starting with the date.
We'll see.
I'm still really hoping that we get Reinhardt and Felt back and figure out what the hell was going on with the
well, you said
that.
You saw Reinhardt, right? You saw him
briefly in when they were showing the snow coming down and they were doing the flashes of everybody.
And he mentioned Felt. So they've been brought up again. So they're there still.
They're at least still in the consciousness.
The show has not acknowledged their existence in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah. They've reminded us that, these are people.
I do fully expect to get the date. After all the build-up to this bloody freaking date.
It had better be a good...
Like, I can't believe they would not show the date. Like...
Yeah, they've now spent 4 episodes on him trying to ask her out and get to this goddamn date.
I mean, in the hierarchy of things Subaru wants, stopping dying is number 1. Nobody else dying is number 2
to him getting that date with Amelia. Everything else came second.
Well, I would say the date is number 3. I think he cares enough about his own existence and everybody else around him.
No, he's got the death reboot thing. I mean,
well, he wanted to stop that. He wanted to keep dying. I don't think he wanted to keep getting his guts ripped out every 5 frickin' days.
Well, when you have to feel it when you die, it
and
gets
he very much
old
does.
very quick.
He doesn't just get randomly hit in the head where he just conks out. He kept dying in really bloody, ugly
he got
fashion.
disemboweled that first time.
Yeah, he got disemboweled. He got nearly disemboweled. He got smashed in the hallway after puking his guts out. Was it Rem or Ram who?
Rem was the one that went crazy
who
and
tortured him to death.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, the most peaceful one he had was when he jumped
off the goddamn cliff.
Yeah, that was the most peaceful death he had.
Which is a weird thing to say.
Yeah. Why? Because I think it was spiky down there. I think we were both thinking,
oh,
God, he's just going to land on the spikes and just writhe for a day.
Yeah.
That would have been, but yeah, no. All right.
That said, I don't have too much more to say about this one.
It was,
it was a fluff episode.
I mean, it continued kind of the relationship. It was nice to see everybody kind of just happy. After all,
it was
Rem
weird
and Ram,
to see Ram smile.
Seeing Rem and Ram both smiling at the same time, just being generally happy.
I'm liking the character development we're getting. I'm a little unhappy with where Rem is going, but I think that's just because
love triangle.
Yeah,
love triangle. Like you said. We saw at the con.
They're pouring it on heavy.
We saw at the con. There were a lot more Rem figures than there were Ram figures. And we said when we saw that, and this was after 2 episodes, when we were at this con, they're like, what? They're twins. Like, why more of the one than the other?
Tsundere, the other is Ichi? No,
that's not the right term.
What's the...
I don't keep track of the psycho thought.
I think you might be thinking of Yandere, but that's not it. That's not either. She's not being violent.
No, that's Tsundere. Tsundere is the violent.
They're both violent.
Okay,
yeah.
fair.
One is like you're violent, but you're like in it, like you've got a heart of gold underneath, kind of thing.
Someone in the comments will correct us.
Yeah.
Thank you guys in advance.
BDSM, the other is a psychopath in heels, so.
Yeah, and the other one is like they're so in love they will beat the shit out of you to keep misery. Basically,
Yes.
misery.
One's going to hurt you, but you're gonna enjoy it.
Yeah, no, she
The other's
is.
just gonna.
hurt you.
You sir
Rem
are.
is
That was the
leaning more
perfect analogy.
towards
That was perfect.
stalkery-ish.
See, this is why we need all three of us.
Yeah.
Like as,
See, this
as
is-
sidetracked as we fucking get, we do better as a
This is what we've been missing, not having you here. When we do this.
I feel your pain, Ben. I do. I know. I go down like arsenic.
All right. With that, I think we're done.
And on that note,
Yeah. All right.
go watch our other YouTube stuff. Thanks for joining us. Check out our what else we got going right now. There's the Twitter at InfoConfused.
Yep.
Um,
We should be posting a new reaction series alongside this one soon. We're gonna
if things get
if
themselves
things
together.
get worked out, which they should in the next few days here. Nick and I are reacting to Star Trek Discovery.
Boldly going.
Boldly going, as he says in our first video.
Where many fans have gone before.
Yeah.
No, a lot of fans will go on this journey. This is a lot of newbies who are excited.
Also, we do have a new piece of Ruby content. Bill and I will be recording tomorrow. The soundtrack for Volume 8 has dropped last
So
week.
we'll be taking a good in-depth look at that.
Look at that. That'll be up. You can be here. You just have to keep your mouth shut. I'm perfectly fine with you giving me just like weird, like, oh my God, looks in the background. That's fine.
We've been informed and confused, guys. I'm Ben,
I'm Alan.
and you guys have a good one.
But